Hi guys, this is Bailey from Iceboxauto. I'm just showing off today's install which we've done to a Vauxhall Astra J. This is the system with the CD400 radio built into it. It replaces the top screen, keeps the original row buttons down here the same, and also it's a big screen. It's 12.4 inches I believe, or 12.3, or 12. Maybe it's 13.4 actually. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's massive basically. It's a big massive tablet. At the moment I've got my Android Auto paired up. So as you can see here, I've got my Google Maps on my Waze. I've also got my Spotify. So here we go. It does work. Volume controls here. Also on the steering wheel. Skip forward and backwards will also work. So there we go, you can see me skipping there. You can also use voice commands, so if I said like, OK Google, navigate to Anfield Stadium. I don't know what map it's using. I think it was struggling because I've got Waze open on my phone. But yeah, you can use voice commands on it as well, it just doesn't seem to be working. It might also be signal related because I don't really get any good internet around here. I will say the map is quite dark here. It looks alright in person, but on camera it might not come across great. If I swipe down from the top and press home, this will take you to the Android operating system. This little, if you do press that, it'll swap from miles to kilometers. You've got your time, you've got, this is like the built-in music player, so if I tap this here, it'll probably start to play. Usually Ollie Murs is built into it. There he is. And yeah, that's that. So that's like the regular music player on the system. Radio, this is just your FM, AM. So you've got the ability to tune in with the buttons down below. You can't see me doing that there. So I just go to, what you call it, 90. Well, to be fair, it's probably easier. If you press and hold this, it'll tune in to your local area. And obviously that'll just go. You might need to do it occasionally if you're driving like a large distance across the country. But yeah, it'll just tune in, find your local stations pretty much. Most people prefer to just use Spotify or DAB radio app or something along those lines, because you can give this unit a separate internet connection, either through CarPlay or Android Auto, where it just shares the data with your phone, or you can also put like a separate SIM card into it as well. So there we go. So this is found 96.7, which is our local radio station. I don't know what this one is, but it's there. And yeah, it'll find them. RDS does work as well, so you do need to tune into them for like a split second, and then it'll figure out what station it is. So some of them will have RDS, some of them won't. So I found out what this one is. BBC Radio 4. I'm not too sure what this one is. 95.8, BBC Merseyside. And yeah, there you go. So they're the most local stations that I can find for me. You can also search manually, so if you know something is like 99.5 or whatever, you can do it that way. Going across, you've got music player, that's that. File manager, so this is just the built-in file manager, so if you want to get rid of Ollie Murs, you just press that there and delete it, and then he won't show up. Gallery, same thing but for photos. Video player, same thing but for films. Settings, there's absolutely tons of them. You got your internet settings. These are like device settings, so sound and such. So if I hire this up, keypad tone is like you're beeping on the screen when you touch it. And yeah, tons of them. GPS, this will be tester. Storage, this will just show you what apps are actually installed on the system and like how much space there is. So this is usually a 4-core unit with 64 gigabytes of storage space. 21 of it is used by basically the operating system, as well as some of the files and stuff that are already built into it. General, these will just be like your there's a bunch of them. I'll just scroll through it, to be honest. It's easier if I do it that way. Navi app, put maps, there we go. Factory 3368. These are your factory settings, so your car model for your CAN bus, boot screen logo if you want to change what comes up when you actually start the car. Some of them MCU upgrades, USB detection, all sorts of stuff, to be honest. Mirror view on reverse image, so if you put the camera in, if you do install the reverse camera and it's flipped the wrong way, that's that. User, these are like your Android settings, so anything related to basically putting your Google account onto the system, and languages and stuff like that, I believe, are on this as well. And then system, like date and time. It uses network provided time, but you cannot set it manually, so if I turn that off, you can set the date and time manually, but network is obviously better. Developer options, you don't need to go in there. About device, this would be the specs on the system. Android 15, 8 core, 1.8 gigahertz. Processor with 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of storage space. This is the MCU version, so this is what it's actually running on. And yeah, you can see build numbers, serial numbers, and whatever. Device info. These are just SIM slots, if you do put a SIM card into it. Anyway, CarLink, that just takes you to your Android Auto or your Apple CarPlay. And then let me just go back out of there, go to apps. So these are all the applications that are built into the system anyway. So App Store, this is like the unit's own application store, where if you need to do like a CAN bus update, or you need to update the CarLink app, or any of the applications that kind of come pre-installed on the system are all updated through there. It just requires internet, so if you swipe down from the top of the screen, switch Wi-Fi on, connect it to something, you'll be able to do the updates from there. Aux, that's if you put like a second screen in or something. Bluetooth, just Bluetooth, CarLink, your phone. Car UI, I actually don't really know what that is, to be honest. It doesn't seem to do anything. Going across, you've got the Google Chrome equalizer. This is generally quite good. Let me just place it down. And then let me go into the equalizer. So it can go a lot louder than it used to, and you get a lot of trace over the actual audio. Change where the sound comes from. And then all this stuff. There's tons of stuff on it. But yeah, there's all sorts on this. Vehicle settings, there'll probably be like original car settings, language, lock, remote setting, light and setup, for instance, air conditioning info. Yeah. So a lot of the car's original settings will come over. There'll also be stuff in here that won't actually do anything. It'll just be there because it's in possibly a Cascada or something along those lines, where it's the same car but slightly different. That all the stuff for them will be in here, but they might not necessarily actually do anything. Like tyre information, for instance, you won't get the reading because generally it comes up on the MFD behind the wheel. OnStar, I don't really even know what it is. I think it's like if you're in a crash, you can phone the police from it. Yeah, but yeah, there's car settings in there anyway. And yeah, that's pretty much it. To be honest, not really much else I can show you. Yeah, if you've got any questions or anything, give us a shout. But if you want to get something like this done, obviously get in touch. Cheers, thank you, bye bye.